Smile, say hi. She looks just like you, Jess.
You think?
Let's see.
She doesn't look like Miles. Oh wow, that does look more like me.
That is you.
That's crazy.
Jessica Jr.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 29-week pregnancy update. I'm also going to be showing you the video from our 5D, also known as an HD ultrasound. This was not done at my doctor's office. It was done at a place near me called 3D Baby Bump. So the package we got only cost $80 and we got 15 minutes of just seeing her in real time in this 5D quality ultrasound, and it was so awesome. With my son about 3.5 years ago, almost 4, we did the 3D ultrasound, which was really cool as well, but it's more of like a yellowish tone and you do not see as many details. So I'll show you more of that video at the end of my little update here, and I am also going to be announcing baby girl's name. So we've known what her name was going to be for a little while now, but we were a little unsure on the middle name, but now we have it all set and I'm excited to let you guys know what her name's going to be so I can start referring to her by her name in my videos. And just a little heads up about her name, it's not common. My husband and I don't necessarily look for names that are unique, but I would say that we just look for names that are not super popular. So I would say this name is not really popular, definitely a unisex name. I know there have been some people we have told her name to who didn't really like it. So if you aren't a big fan of her name, just please be kind in the comments, because my husband and I 100% love this name and we're excited about it. I am 29 weeks pregnant right now, almost 30 weeks. I think I'm 29 weeks and 4 days. So I am officially in the 3rd trimester. I only have 10 weeks left, soon to be 9, like single-digit weeks. It's starting to get so real. We have her nursery coming together and it looks really cute. We just put on the paint for the accent wall, and the only other project I need to do in there is to paint her little dresser, and then I feel like I can start organizing, and I'll do videos about that for you guys. The nursery tour and nursery organization videos and fun things like that. So a couple exciting things that have been going on pregnancy wise. I recently found out that I passed my glucose test, which is always such a relief. I have the biggest phobia of needles, so I was just really excited that I didn't have to go back in for like the 3-hour test or anything like that. The only thing that came back a little questionable was that my iron was pretty low, so they did call in a special iron prescription for me that I have to take twice a day. And actually at my last appointment this past week, my doctor said that if my iron doesn't go up, I do run the risk of needing a blood transfusion for labor and delivery, which is very scary. So I'm hoping that my iron goes up. So your ideal iron level should be at a 13 and mine is at a 6. So she has said she's seen other people that are at a 6 or lower who have been able to bounce back, and it doesn't necessarily have to be at 13, but the closer we can get it there, obviously the better. Another exciting thing, which means that we are getting so much closer to meeting this little baby girl, is instead of going to my OB appointments every 4 weeks, I am now every 2 weeks. She also listened to baby's heartbeat and everything was good, and just judging by her heartbeat and where it was, she said she was like 90% sure that she was turned head down, but she did say that they will kind of move around still. They still have enough room to kind of move around, and they're not officially like in their position until around 36 weeks. At that point, she said they usually do an ultrasound, and at that ultrasound, what they're looking for is basically if the baby is head down or not, and also to get a little estimate of how much the baby might weigh. I was a very big baby, actually 11.5 pounds when I was born. I know, I was probably like record breaking, and my mom had me all natural, by the way, no epidural. I don't even know. So knowing my history, I think my doctor just wants to double check and make sure we're all good. One thing I forgot to ask that I'm going to ask at my next appointment is when they start doing cervical checks. I have not had one since my confirmation of pregnancy appointment, which I was between 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm just curious when they start checking. I mean, obviously, as it gets closer. I don't know if it's like at that 36-week mark, but if you happen to know, let me know in the comments down below, because that was on my list of things to ask and I just totally forgot. I think we got caught up talking about VBACs because that is always like my doctor's #1 point of conversation during my appointments. At my practice, I have to meet with a different OB each time because whoever is on call will be the doctor doing either my VBAC or my repeat C-section. And my office so far has seemed so pro VBAC. Everyone I've spoken to is completely supportive of me. So I think that's great. I am right now proceeding to do the VBAC. Everything looks good, we're on track, but obviously anything could change and we're really not gonna know until like my later weeks of pregnancy. One thing my doctor did suggest is starting to drink 1 to 2 cups of the red raspberry leaf tea. And what this does is just helps strengthen your uterus, and when you're having a VBAC, you want as much uterine strength as you can because you don't want to run the risk of a uterine rupture, which is also why you cannot be induced most times, or at least with Pitocin, because if you do get induced, usually those contractions are a lot stronger and they're harder on the uterus, which increases your chances of having a uterine rupture. So if I do not go into labor on my own, there are just limited options as far as me being induced. So that may be a reason for a repeat C-section for me. We're just gonna kind of have to wait and see. And one thing that's been a little challenging this pregnancy is trying to get not only mentally prepared for having either a VBAC or a C-section, but also now that I'm starting to make lists of like what I should pack for the hospital or what I'm gonna need for postpartum, it's kind of a pain having to prepare for both. So what I'm most likely going to do is prepare my house for as if I am gonna have a C-section because my bedroom's upstairs. So I just want to make sure that if I do end up needing a C-section, I have everything that I need for at least a week or 2 downstairs. I have a comfortable place to sleep, because I don't want to have to try to go up and down the stairs a million times if I'm not ready, and I just don't want the stress of like, you know, not being prepared. So I want to prepare everything downstairs and just have that all set as if I'm having a C-section. A couple exciting things that we have coming up is next week I scheduled our hospital tour. I'm going to be delivering at this hospital for the first time, and it's actually my first time even walking in this hospital. So I thought it would be cool to do a tour just so we know where we're supposed to go as far as like the after hours, because sometimes that's a different entrance. Also just where the maternity wing is. I really need to be prepared, and I don't want to be stressed about not knowing where to go once we get to the hospital, not knowing where to park and all that stuff. Plus I just think it'll be fun to do a little hospital tour. So we can't bring Miles on the hospital tour, but online they had this new siblings class which kind of prepares a new sibling for what a newborn is and their role and all that stuff. So I signed Miles up for that, and that's in 2 weeks from now, and I think if nothing else it'll just be really cute. And I've really been trying to mentally prepare him as best as I can. If you're new to my channel, I have a 3.5, almost 4-year-old named Miles, and he is really excited about his baby sister, and I talk to him all the time about how he's going to be my little helper, and he's just so excited to show her things and teach her things. So that's kind of it as far as updates go. I've been feeling really great. I just, you know, I'm at the point of pregnancy where definitely I cannot fit into my pre-pregnancy clothes, and it's still really hot here in Florida, so I have just been living in dresses. And this dress is actually from Target, and it's so comfortable. It's just like a t-shirt dress, and it goes down to my knees. So if you're pregnant and you're looking for a good maternity dress, I would definitely check this out from Target. It's just this cute leopard print, and I'm just loving anything that's comfortable. Wearing pants at this stage of pregnancy is never my favorite thing, so I love just finding good comfortable dresses to wear. So let me show you guys a quick little bump shot. Also, I still, fingers crossed, have had no stretch marks yet. I am just using the Burt's Bees Mama Bee vitamin E oil and their belly butter. I think it's called belly butter, but it's just like comes in this round tube, and I use that for my son, and it worked wonders for me then, so hopefully it'll still be good. So here is the belly. Thank you guys so much for watching this update, and let's jump into the ultrasound and name reveal.
Mommy, it's so dark.
So dark.
Miles, are we gonna see sister?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna see her?
So is it gonna be the HD the whole time, or do you like flip that?
Flip back and forth.
Oh, okay.
She's right there.
Oh,
Wow.
there she is.
Miles, say hi. She looks just like you, Jess.
You think?
Let's see.
She doesn't look like Miles. Oh wow, that does look more like me.
That is you.
That's crazy.
Jessica
That
Jr.
was-
See your tongue? She stuck her
Oh,
tongue
yeah,
out.
she stuck her tongue.
What?
Wow, she looks so much like me.
Jess,
That's your daughter.
That's
We got another-
crazy. I can't get over how much she doesn't look like Miles.
Your
Oh
sister
wow,
we got a little Jessica.
that is so cool. Miles, that's your sister.
Miles, what do you think of your sister? What does she look like to you? She look like mommy?
She had
Does she
her,
look like you at all? Oh, look at her. She's so cute.
Oh, Jess, she looks just like you.
That's crazy.
So we got a little Ryan and a little Jessica.
The super cool about you.
Miles, look at her. You see her face?
Look
You
at
see her
Look
face?
how cute she is.
That's sister's face.
oh, she's sticking her tongue out again.
Oh. Wow, that's crazy how like, real it looks. Look at the little nose.
Wow.
That's
Ladies
so
are a lot different than you guys are, little Ryan.
This is way clearer than when we saw Miles. It was more like yellow looking.
Yeah, I remember. I think Brian posted
Oh,
a picture
yeah,
just
right.
recently.
Yeah,
That's
this is.
the 3D one.
Yeah. This 40 is or 5. Yes, that's what it looked like. You can't see it as good.
You're not seeing the me.
Wow, so there's a huge difference
Mommy,
between
mommy,
this and the HD.
mommy, mommy.
Yeah, bud.
That's not like me.
It does look like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one's in your tummy, and it's my sister.
Can we go back to the 5D? I want to go.
I'm not sure that's
Oh,
that's my me.
Her little feet are over her head.
They are.
Oh, she's kicking the roof then.
So is her head up, like here?
Her head is right here.
Oh, so she flipped down?
Almost.
She's almost flipped
Right
down?
here.
Oh, wow.
She's ready to come out.
She's in transition.
He's
That's
ready to
good.
come. He's ready to
She.
come out. You, me.
Yawning.
Oh, she's yawning.
Mr. Yawn.
No.
Here's Mr. Yawn seat.
Yes.
Can you shut your mouth?
Oh, she's making me yawn.
I know, I'm feeling tired too.
Well, yawning is contagious.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
a
this is so
baby.
cute.
So that's the cord around her neck?
It's on the side of her neck. It doesn't go all the way around.
That's good to know.
Mommy,
Yeah?
take our sister to the beach.
Want to take her to the beach?
And I want to help her make a sandcastle.
Yeah, she'll love that.
Miles, what do you want to do with sister?
I want to make a sandcastle.
She's a cutie, Jeff.
That is so
Sandcastle.
cool. I can't believe like how realistic it looks.
That is incredible. Oh, she pursed her lips.
Yeah, she knows we're looking at her.
What's this?
You want to sit here?
This might be a dumb question, but are their eyes always closed?
Her eyes are open right
Oh,
there. I was just
they're
going to
open?
show
I
you.
just
saw it
open.
Yeah.
Actually, when I asked, I was like, did they open? Wow, that's
They're open right there.
crazy.
Oh, yeah, you see right there.
It's so hard to write a good girl down when you know that you love every sight and sound that she shows. Well, you better take a good look around. They don't make girls like this every day, so don't let that good girl, the good girl slip away.